Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wimbledon Spiritualist Church for our Sunday morning service. Our medium today is Daniela. Morning, Daniela.
Good morning, everyone.
And I would like you to welcome everybody. Oh, see you're here, Phil, so welcome to you. I'm going to now ask Daniela to open in prayer. Please, Daniela.
Thank you. So, good morning, everyone, and welcome. So I would like to you to take a moment. And so, dear God, thank you for your love and protection today, and for the healing that you may be giving us today during the readings. We are grateful to be here today, and I'm grateful to be part of this congregation at Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. May all the messages from Spirit bring love, upliftment, courage, wisdom, and strength. And we welcome all of your love and upliftment that you can bring us. Amen.
Thank you. We now have the time in the service where you have to do a little bit yourself, where we send our thoughts of healing to those known and unknown to us, those around the world. And we remember those in our healing book today, which is Pat, Ward, Phil, Jim, Jackie, Cherie and T, Mandy, Mumtaz and Oscar. There are numerous others that we would include if we knew their names personally, but you know them, so you include them yourselves, because the healing goes to wherever it is most needed. It is no discrimination. It goes to where it's needed. If it's to humans, animals, birds, the fish, wherever it's needed, it goes. And believe you me, the absent healing does work, because I'm a case in point of whereby Tuesday before last, I got told that I have no clots in my heart whatsoever. And they say, oh, it's the medication. Believe you me, the medication's done a bit. But it's the absent healing that was sent out, and there was masses of it whilst I was in hospital last year. And since then, I thank you all that have sent healing to me. Continue to send your absent healing out, and it will be picked up and given to where it's needed. Thank you all. We'll now say the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you. Jackie's got some little tea lights that are battery powered, that as today is Mother's Day, that those in the church might like to light on behalf of their mother. And put onto the steps of the rostrum in honour of, in memory of them. And whilst Jackie's handing them out, I'll ask Julian if you could go round with the collection. And during that time, Richard is going to put up the adverts of what's on SPTV.
Introducing the SPTV app, your digital spiritual guide for an enlightening journey like no other. Immerse yourself in a world of audio and visual content crafted to inspire, educate, and entertain. Seek guidance with our card of the day, choosing up to 6 cards for personal insights. Enhance your daily life with our wellness section, featuring nutritious recipes, affirmations, and balanced living tips. Explore our spiritualism section for a deep understanding of the religion, its principles, and spiritual answers. Unravel the secrets of the clairs and broaden your spiritual horizon. Easily find local readers, therapists, centers, or churches with our comprehensive directory. Stay connected with live broadcasts, check our schedule, and get to know our insightful presenters. Delve into the meanings of angel numbers, crystals, and a comprehensive list of divination meanings. All of this and more, available for free on the SPTV app. Download now at sptv.uk/app and start your journey with your digital spiritual guide.
This Monday morning from 10:30 a.m, broadcasting live on Facebook and YouTube, join Nick Brown and Karen Wood in their weekly programme, Start Your Day. Our magazine-style show features insightful readings, dynamic conversations with special guests, discussions on intriguing social issues, and thrilling competitions to energise your Monday morning. So don't forget to set your alarms, and we'll see you there.
This coming Monday from 8 p.m, join Minty May for an evening of psychic and mediumship readings.
Lovely. And if you could put a few names up, Richard, I'll read out a few at this moment and then we'll go into the reading. Morning, Terry Louise. Morning, lovely to see you. Morning, Caroline. Nice to have you join us. Morning, James. Ellie Mack. That's a nice combination of names, yeah. Helen, morning. And another Helen. So we've got a glut of Helens this morning. Okay. Jo Ward, lovely. And I have a couple more, Richard. Melanie Scott, lovely. And Linda Wallace. Thank you. That's lovely. And thank you to everyone for joining us today. Right, now I'm going to do the reading. It's from a book by Helen Steiner Rice entitled Lovingly. And, oops, there's the title. And it's called Mothers Were Once Daughters. Every home should have a daughter, for there's nothing like a girl to keep the world around her in one continuous whirl. From the moment she arrives on earth and on through womanhood, a daughter is a female who is seldom understood. 1 minute she is laughing, the next she starts to cry. Man just can't understand her, and there's no use to try. She is soft and sweet and cuddly, but she's also wise and smart. She's a wondrous combination of a mind and brain and heart. And even in her baby days, she's just born coquette, and anything she really wants, she manages to get. For even at a tender age, she uses all her wiles, and she can melt the hardest heart with the sunshine of her smiles. She starts out as a rosebud, with her beauty unrevealed. Then through a happy childhood, her petals are unsealed. She's soon a sweet girl graduate, and then a blushing bride, and then a lovely woman as the rosebud opens wide. And someday in the future, if it be God's gracious will, she too will be a mother and know that reverent thrill. that comes to every mother whose heart is filled with love, when she beholds the angel that God sent her from above. And there would be no life at all in this world or the other without a darling daughter who in turn becomes a mother. And that's the end of the reading. Thank you. I will now ask Daniela to give us her address. Thank you, Daniela.
Thank you. Thanks, Mary, and thank you everyone that has joined or is joining us today, both in church and online. And this morning, as I connected to Spirit, I did some channeling, automatic writing, and so I've made some notes because Spirit was quite chatty this morning and he was saying a lot of things to me. So first of all, I would like to invite you and invite us all to keep a minute of silence to remember our mothers, grandmothers, and women in the family and everyone. But in particular, to remember the mothers that are in spirit today. And so, as today, Mother's Day, and thank you, Mary, for the reading. As a daughter, I could certainly identify with what you were saying. First of all, Mother's Day is special because it reminds us of the profound spiritual bond that we have, whether we are daughters or sons. It's a bond that cannot be explained. It's within us, and it carries us through from the baby's day all the way beyond when the mothers pass on to a different dimension. Motherhood is a very special gift, sometimes that we choose, sometimes some people prefer not to, and that is also fine. But they would have had a mother that hopefully would have loved them unconditionally. But there is something very special about motherhood, which is selflessness. And in most cases, once past the teenage years, which are always a bit challenging, as we grow older and we gather wisdom through our personal experience, we come to appreciate and have more and more gratitude for what the mothers have done selflessly and the sacrifices that mothers have done, and the importance, therefore, to show gratitude to them. Being a mother often brings with self qualities of spiritual teaching. And although hopefully we will have experienced both input from mothers and fathers, and to me, family is very important, having Italian origins, and, but sometimes that's not possible. And so mothers often take on themselves most of the upbringing with their own children. And me as a mother, I always done my very best to bring up my own son. And there were moments where that wasn't easy. But it is with a lot of pride. And I told my son today, who left for a business trip, he said, "Mother, I'm very sorry that I cannot be here with you today." And I said, "You're making me ever so proud of what you've become." And I feel a bit emotional about it as well, because you see, my mum also, I've not had, and I don't mind being open and about my personal experience. It's not been always the simplest of relationship, but I do know for a fact that she always, no matter what, did her best, and the best she could, coming with her own life experience and challenges. And to this day, I come with gratitude for her, for instance, because I have had in my life challenged health. I had 11 operations, and I hope the number stays that way. And most of the times, she would fly all the way from Italy to help me, no matter what. And I kept saying to her, "But, don't worry." I almost felt guilty, as if she would have to come to see me only when I wasn't well, rather than having fun and spend quality time together. And she did the same for my brother when he was in ICU recently, and he had some challenges time. She spent 2 months in the hospital doing night shift for him. She might have not been the best mother, but certainly she made it up by showing that unconditional, selfless love, which I'm sure most of the mothers would do for their children. And so let's call in today, let's call this, connection to our heart and link that we have with our mothers in spirit and non, but in spirit, compassion, kindness, and unconditional love. It's the qualities that we are appreciative for, and we are so grateful for. And so, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniela. That was lovely. Thank you. I'll add to that. I don't have daughters either. I just have a son. So there you go. Doesn't often work out, does it? No. And I had a message from him this morning. Happy Mother's Day, Mum. Don't know whether he'd only just remembered or what, but no card in the post or anything. No, there you go. But I've still got last year's one, so I shall. Yes. Right. Okay. So now is when you've all got to really search your brains. No, don't discount anybody that you've ever known in your life that may have gone to spirit, because it can be someone who really you didn't even know, but you just had that passing connection, very, very brief passing connection. Because I had a message one day and I knew instantly who it was, and I don't even know what their name was. They were a piano player in a pub that used to be in Putney years and years ago, and it must have been 70-something where I sat and enjoyed their music, and they just sort of brought back that. Now, in a way, it must be very sad for them to only have me that they could connect with from spirit. So actually think you could be that person you used to see every morning on your way to school, perhaps the elderly lady or man that used to say hello to you and give a smile, and you'd give that smile and a hello back. And because they have made a connection with you, and they want to do a bit of work. They've learned how to communicate with us from spirit, and they want to be able to use it. So let's have a lovely morning with Daniela now. We've already started, and this is continuing. And please answer yes or no, because if they came to visit you and they were standing at your front door, you've opened it, you've looked at them, said nothing, not even smiled at them, they'd feel unwelcome, turn around and walk away. So please make them feel welcome because they've made that journey. Daniela.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a wave when there are 5 minutes, 10 left here? Thank you. Okay, so I'm still delighted to be here, and I'm feeling a sense of happiness within my heart. And surely one of the reasons why, there are a few reasons, but one of the reasons is that I love coming back to this community here in Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. And Phil, who is not able to join us today. Ciao, Phil. And so I have a lady in spirit, and Mutaz, I'm with you. Good morning. How are you? Fantastic. I'm very good, lovely. Thank you. So as I was sitting and just, connecting to spirit, I felt your mum coming through. And I know that there is not a day that passes by that you do not think of your mother. She is praising you and she's clapping for you because she's saying that you have been coming through such a dark time, in such a difficult time. And she's saying that despite you've been having some worries for your own health, I'm not going to go down to say what, okay? I know she told me what, but I'm not going to share that. But, she's saying, what an amazing work you're doing. She's saying to me that she used to pray quite a lot. Yes. Let me give you a bit of her description. I know that she's come through for you in the past, but it's been probably a couple of years since I've given you a reading, so I don't remember everybody's details when a family comes back in again. But she wasn't probably just a bit shorter than me. And I feel that she would have, particularly towards the end of her life, she would be, she would have lost some weight. And she wasn't really keen in eating, she's telling me. She wouldn't eat enough, so to say. She's showing me that she would have had some issues with her stomach as well. And I know she's complaining of having suffered with headaches at times as well. Thank you. And, and she's showing me the difficulties in going up the stairs. Yes, thank you. And so I feel that, I don't know why, she's showing me about carrying bags. Who was carrying shopping for her? You would have. Okay, probably that's why she's saying that, to reconnect the memories to you. She's showing me you offering flowers to her. So I don't know whether you have bought some flowers recently, or you've been thinking, or you would have bought flowers for her. Yes, okay. So you understand that. She quite loves the fact that through this community, you have found some serenity again. Not just by doing that, because she's saying to me that you've done a few things to look after yourself. You've been healing yourself. There you go. Well done. She's doing this. You heal your feet as well. Okay. And she's touching her heart, and she's sending you a big love. Now she's showing me, okay, She's talking about a date. So I have 1946. Okay, so just see whether you can take that date. She's given me the number 59 as well. So I don't know, that could be either a birthday or an address number, the door number. So I'm going to leave that with you, and if you can take it or not. And I also see that March is a relevant month for you. So I don't know whether you can associate March with any major event or birthdays or anything that is related to your mom. Okay, so whenever I give details, sometimes people cannot think there and then because they are a bit on a spot, so to say, so they can't, unless it's very obvious, they can't think of it, and it's only afterwards when it clicks in. So I always give the message and I just leave it there for people to take it on board. What else I wanted to say? What she's saying is that you are either planning or thought of taking a little break for yourself and go somewhere. And she's feeling that you haven't taken a break for a little while. Is that right? Yes. So she's not. So what she's actually trying to say is that probably you should. There will be opportunities, particularly this summer for you, that you should take on, because I feel that you are somehow homebound, meaning that you don't leave necessarily home very easily. You're very much a creature of habit, okay? And it would be a bit difficult for you to just leave and go anywhere unless it's necessary, okay? There you go. That's it. Yes, that's what she's talking about, okay? So she's saying, please do take those invitations on board and try to make the most out of them. Because she's saying, you see, because of your health and what's been going on with you and what you had to go through, it left you almost in a bubble, if you like. And so now she's saying, as the things are improving, she's saying, try with your own imagination to draw a door in that bubble and try and open it and just look what's outside. And you will find that actually there are lots of flowers, lots of trees, lots of green, and lots of smiley people. And they would bring you so much love and upliftment. And you would continue your healing, not just for your feet, but with your heart and your mind, and you will find more joy in your life. Can I leave you with that? Thank you. Thank you, Mitas. Phil is saying, can church please use hand mic as can't hear message recipients? Okay, so Phil, we've taken the message on board and we'll see whether Jackie can help with that. Thank you. So there was a lady from New Zealand, I think her name was Tony, her name came up. Hey, Tony, are you still with us? And if you are, can you give us a wave so I can link with you and with your spirit guide? There is a female figure. Oh, there you are. Hey, Tony, hello. Thank you for joining us today. So I feel that I have in spirit a lady. She's talking about being a mother and a grandmother. I feel that she would have passed in her late 60s, beginning of the 70s. She had been fighting with an illness for a little while, and she also suffered with a little bit of depression, or she might have felt a bit low mood, okay? So, oh, you're welcome. Welcome, Tony. So, as I keep giving you the message, please let me know if you can take what I'm saying. I would have thought that she would have put on some weight with age, and I can see that she's wearing some bandages on one of her legs, particularly calf, okay? And I feel like as I'm talking to you, I feel a bit restless. I keep moving left and right, and I feel that she would have suffered with sounds like your mom. Okay, how wonderful. Okay, Mother's Day, your mom is coming through. Okay, wonderful. So what I'm saying is that she suffered with a bit of anxiety as well. And I feel that your relationship wasn't always straightforward, but fundamentally there is a lot of love between you two, okay? And she's saying definitely more than ever now, because apparently there was like a rekindling, okay, in her older age. Okay. I can see, okay, if it wasn't putting on weight, I feel that the calf, there was some swelling in her legs, okay? Because what I was shown, it was a bit of a swell on her leg, okay? Hopefully you can take that. And this is what she's drawing me to see. Literally, she's giving me the image. And what I feel is that there has been the rekindling and things were much smoother between you. Yes, there was a lot of love at one stage. Yes, I can feel that as well. When I give messages, I work with, I work at different levels. So she is taking me to a sideboard. It's a wooden one, natural wood, it looks. And I feel it's as if she's making me pull the drawer. And she's showing me a few memories, one of them being a medal. So I don't know whether this was at hers or you have a dedicated place, a drawer, where you keep some memories of her. She's also showing me some pearl earrings, for instance. She's showing me that what she's saying to you, that family unity sometimes comes at a price. I don't know whether you can take this message. And she's saying that she's aware that you have been thinking of today being Mother's Day in the UK, especially. I don't know there in New Zealand, but you've been thinking of her quite a lot recently. And it's as if you've been going through, like what she's showing me is like those reels, movie reels, you know, like back in 20 years ago when we could still take pictures. And so you could have the, you know, the actual film. Oops. And then you could see, and she's showing me that you are going through diagram after diagram, you know, what of certain things and events they've been going through, and more like not so much emotions attached to it, but just memories coming back to you. Is when you are a bit calmer. I feel that you have been a bit busier recently, and she's asking you to look a bit more after yourself. She's saying that whenever you enter a room, you bring so much joy and smiles. And I am aware that you are very sensitive to spirit. You're saying, I remember the pearls earrings. Very good. So, you know, you're bringing, and she's asking you to keep doing that because you are doing, people need your smiles. You do think of her, and you were thinking of her just now. So, you know, just remember, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, her darling. So I'm sending you and love for a speedy recovery, okay? So I feel that, she's saying, keep smiling. She's saying, this too shall pass. She's saying to me right now, to let you know that, life is a series of ups and worry too much. And she's saying you need a bit of rest as well, issues. Okay, I feel that, and you needed to take it a bit more temporary. Okay, so okay, so normally spirit towards the end of my readings, they always show a symbol. And the symbol in this case, it's like a daisy. So I don't know whether you can take, you love smiling. She's giving you a daisy, okay? And to me, I don't know whether you can take the flower or not, but I feel that in your case, the symbology behind it is that you need to pull the petals, yes and no. So I feel that you've been wishing for something and the answer to manifest something. And she's saying the answer is yes, okay? Yes, I do need to look after myself. So this is what she's saying about the flower. Okay, and your wish will come true because she said yes. And I'm leaving you with much love and wishing you speedy recovery. Thank you for working with me, Tony. So let me see, I have had someone else. I think the lady in the middle with the glasses here with the pink scarf. Hi, good evening. Good afternoon, rather. How are you? Yeah, thank you for being here with us. I feel it's quite strong. She's a mother, but she's particularly a grandmother. And she's here with me, okay? I feel, at first I felt she could be, in fact, there could be both grandmothers, okay? But I feel the stronger energy is from mother's side, okay? She's saying to me that it's not the first time that she appears to you for a reading. I don't know if you had readings before, but I feel you've heard from her on the other side before. Sorry, I need to take some water. 1 second. So what she's making me feel is that she's been around you quite a lot, and she's saying to me that she's coming to your dreams not long ago. Okay, that's fine. So she was like same height as mine. Grandmother. Yes. Yeah, and you might have been thinking of her, or she's talking to me about coming into your dreams, because she was quite important in your childhood, I understand. There you go. Excellent. Okay, that's the confirmation. Then we are with the right spirit. Thank you for confirming that. And and so she's saying she would like you sometimes to keep looking at life as you did when you were a child, with a sense of wonderment and openness, open-mindedness. Because you see, she's saying, while we grow older, we build boundaries around us, yeah? So we tend not to trust others. And sometimes we don't trust ourselves and our judgment. And today she's here to bring you some wisdom, to bring you some confirmation even, if you like, because I know that you've been building boundaries around you with people, because there is a sense of not trusting because you've been there, got the t-shirt, no thank you. And so she's saying, actually not everyone is like that. And although consciously you know that, but actually you don't do it, she's saying. And I need to give it to you as it is, no judgment done, okay? I feel that she's saying to me that you've been having some issues. Is there a son in the family or a grandson?
There's a daughter who's been having some issues.
Okay. Okay, okay. There's a daughter. Is there any son or child, male presence in the family? Is there a male, like son or child or grandchild in the family? Not male. Okay, mainly female. Okay. I think she's making a reference to a young person, like say around the age of 10 or maybe younger. So I don't know what she wants to say about it. If you cannot take it, I'll just park it on the side for the moment, okay? Okay, so she's bringing the attention to the fact that there have been imbalances in the family, and within yourself, you've tended to overwork and overworry. And she's aware of that. Are you planning to do decorating, painting?
In the future, when I've got through one bit, then I'll think about that.
Okay, because she's showing me decorating, and she's saying you know, she knows you're very good at arranging to do things. You're very methodical, she's saying, in a way you do things. And she's saying, you know, it's a way for you to feel calmer. Sometimes if you are not organized, you would tend to be a bit anxious about things, right? She's also talking about medications that you're on. And she's saying that you do tend to forget sometimes. You're not very consistent. And when you do, you might have some side effects. I don't know whether that resonates. She's saying that you have missed, particularly in the past week. I feel that she's saying you've missed to take a medication, which is quite important. I don't know whether it's to do with blood pressure. She's showing me bloods. So it's to do with that. Right. Yeah, you always take, okay. But she's talking about your blood pressure, basically, and the importance of those medications, basically, okay? To stay on the top and to keep checking, okay? I don't know, she's probably trying to say something more, but this is what I'm getting from her at present. And definitely regarding the blood pressure, is something that she wanted you to bring the attention towards. Are there also heart issues? Right, okay, because she's also showing me the heart, okay? Although the blood pressure obviously may be, you know, related to the heart, not necessarily, I'm not a doctor, but I feel that you got both these issues going on, okay? But she's saying you're very good at keeping on the top of things, generally speaking. She's also saying to me that you have some medical appointments planned or booked. Yeah. So she's saying, you know, don't worry too much about it. You know, things are good. And I think that you've been thinking about your lifespan, you know. You have. And she's saying, don't worry, love. You know, you will have a long life. So to put your mind at peace, that she knows even, yeah, but she knows what you're thinking. Do you know what I mean? That's why she's giving you this evidence, all right? So she's sending you much love and say, be more gentle with yourself. Sometimes you're a bit too hard and you're a bit too demanding of yourself. So, and she wants to bring you a big hug, and she's sending you much love and healing. Okay, thank you very much, thank you. So Richard, can you show me some names, please, on online? Because I think there was someone else. Thank you. Okay. I've got Helen, the first lady that you showed me. I think she popped up straight away for me. So good morning, Helen. Helen, how are you? Oh, there were two Helens, weren't they? Yeah, okay. So I think it was the other Helen, Richard. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so good morning, Helen. Beautiful smile there, even the emoji. What a lovely energy you have. Give us a wave on the chat, so I know that you are still with us and we are connected. I've got a female figure, mother again and a grandmother. It looks like quite a theme today. And you know, what she's saying that there is some sadness. You're welcome. Well, it's not me, it's spirit. They've, you know, stepped up and they want to talk to you clearly. So I've got a mother and grandmother in spirit, okay? And why do I feel that there is more than one Helen in your family? Is there someone else called Helen in your family, please? And so as I go along, while giving you time, as there is a delay in the system, she is saying that behind that beautiful smile of yours, sometimes there has been some sadness being hidden in your life. And because things have not worked, excuse me, they have not worked as well as you would have wanted to. And I am told that you have just overcome. I feel there has been something going on in the past winter in particular. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so it's your nan that was like your mom to you. Okay, all right. Oh, that's the confusion. So the other Helen is now coming in saying, my mom, she passed last year. My cousin is Helen as well. So, okay, keep listening, ladies, because she's saying, you're right, I always smile when sad. Ooh, how difficult. I never had this before. Two Helens and both can take the message. Okay, let me carry on. Let me see if we can. I mean, it's not uncommon to have more than one spirit coming through. So we need to cycle this along and see how we get on with it, okay? So I'll... let me see, because I feel that there are a couple of ladies actually here next to me, okay? So I'll just ask one of them to step back, and I need to work with one of them at the moment, okay? Hopefully that will work, asking them, spirit, kindly, you know, to collaborate with me. So, so I am with Helen Mansell now, so let's carry on with this Helen, but other Helen, please do listen in. So I was saying, I'm just going through the previous message. I feel like that you have had quite of a challenging winter, and Spirit is showing me coldness, feeling cold. Okay, so Helen Mansell confirms that she said here, she's explaining that she wasn't in a good place last winter, became very low and I want coping. So, you know, I'm told by grandmother that you are coming towards the end, okay, of this complex period that you've had to go through. Very painful. I can hear a lot of crying. I can... somehow I feel you, it's really weird, but Spirit, I feel that you have salty tears. Let me know if you can take that actually. But there is a way of saying as well that salty tears also mean challenges, and also mean difficulties, and it's a salty tear, like it's like, you know, it's been very difficult, basically. And so I can take why you're saying coping, because I feel it within myself, okay? So you're coming towards the end of this period, Helen. And she wants to reassure you that there is a miracle that you've been praying for. And as I say that, I feel becoming emotional myself, because your grandmother has been trying to help you manifest what you needed, okay? And I find that Spirit is saying you've been also developing some mild health issues as a result of the stress that you've been having. But she's saying you're such a beautiful soul, and she loves when you wear strong colors. I know you've got a red rose in your hair, in your picture, but I feel that you normally are wearing, and it resonates with my colors this morning. You tend to wear, you know, strong colors, more on the pink and red and orange shades, because they are very compatible with your. You've been feeling so cold lately. Yes, I cried so much behind closed door. I understand. Thank you for taking that. And I feel that, you know, there are times where, unfortunately, in order for us to go to grow in life, we need to learn to overcome difficulties. And what Spirit grandmother is saying to you, that unfortunately it is the case that you will have learned a lot about your mistakes, because you're blaming yourself for your mistakes. And she wants to say to you, don't be too hard on yourself, okay? So what I feel at the moment with the spirits that have been come through with the theme of Mother's Day, that a lot of spirits want to bring in upliftment for the women, particularly here today, to be strong within themselves and help them uplift and bring that joy and upliftment that comes from hearing from them. So Helen is saying, I'm a happy girl, so this was so like me. I feel I'm coming back to give so many and smile at a time. I love bright colors. It goes with my personality. There you go. So, and she's saying, you know, to you that those colors always are very helpful to you, because you bring a lot of joy to others, because you are a giver. But at the same time, you need to try and help yourself as well at the same time. I'm just going to bring you the quick message to say, she's saying to me, you need to network, okay? Network more, and you will find the people that will be helping you, opening up your next phase of your life, if you can take this, okay? So I'm sending you much love, and I'm going to move on to the next reading. You know, but it's there's so much love. It's not all gone in your life. It will be back. That's what I'm said. Okay? You take care. God bless you, Helen. Sending you much love and healing. Okay, do you have one more? Okay. Okay, so I am back here. Hi, this gentleman. Good evening. Good afternoon. How are you? You are good? Does that work?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, now it does.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, good, good. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. I am glad to be here.
Yes, glad, absolutely. Such a lovely community here. So I feel actually there is a gentleman, and I believe with me, and I believe being your grandfather, it's a figure that was very important for your childhood.
Okay.
Yes. So I believe it's father's father.
Well, it's for me, it's difficult to get it because I was adopted. I don't know, my grandfather from my stepfather's side, I never met him.
Okay, okay, right.
My biological grandfather, I don't know him.
You don't know. So, okay, so let's see, because, I'll give you a few more details and hopefully I will get that. There is also a female lady here, but for you, but let me see first, with the gentleman. He is saying that he is showing me how growing up is not being always easy for you.
I can understand that.
Yes. And there were a lot of questions. So I'm going to try to give you as many details as I can, obviously, because of your complex background as well. Because this is what they are telling to me, that yours is not just a straightforward thing. It's been a complicated case.
Exactly, yes.
Yes, yes. I can see that actually there has been justice involved as well, to some sort. I don't know whether it was the procedures that you had to go through or there were various passages. They're making me feel.
My stepmother hid everything possible from me to know that I was adopted.
Okay, all right, okay. Because I feel that's the complications. I feel it's one thing after the other. So there was obviously a lot of disappointment with you, but above all, I feel that there was lots of anger as well, and anger has been one of the main things for you to a certain extent.
To a certain extent, yes.
Okay, all right. So she's showing me that the best, there is, when you were young, you had like a flag in your room. It was like not a normal square flag. It was like a banner sort of thing. I don't know if I can see on the wall a few things attached. So I don't know whether you recall in your younger years, not adult years.
I don't remember, probably when I was a child.
When you were a child, yeah, that's probably what we're talking about. Okay, all right. Let me see. Why is a tiger relevant to you? Was it a toy? Was it a cartoon? Was it something from your childhood?
I think I had a toy tiger, but it's very vague.
Vague. A toy tiger, yes. Yeah, it was very tiny.
I think I liked it. And I played a lot with it.
You play a lot with it, yes, because it's a small, but because it was so soft, you always liked. They're saying to me that's also a symbology where you loved more of, you were a type of child that loved more the softer approach rather than the stronger one. You know, some children need a bit stronger fist, sort of to say. With you, the gentler approach was always a better outcome.
Yes, I think so, yes.
Yes, yes.
I didn't like too violent things and stuff like this.
Yeah, a gentler, yes, exactly, you know. And you were quite a gentle child as well. You weren't like troublesome.
I understood that I'm similar to my biological mother. She was like this.
Because, you know, a lot of times with adoptions and children, they will be very difficult to handle, but you were always very mild kind of thing. So, and I feel, I don't know whether your mother has made amends to you, but I feel that in her mind, she was doing the right thing.
My biological mother?
Yes. No, your adoptive mother, sorry.
Yes, she did many good things, but one of the things she did, she also hid from me that I was adopted.
Yes, but she's in her mind, she was doing the right thing. Do you understand?
Okay, yes.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's not for me to call, to judge or anything. I'm just passing on a message. Yes. But I feel that in her mind, she was trying to protect you. But, that's for you to, process that. What I'm feeling that Spirit is trying to do is to bring compassion inside your heart, which is not easy, to forgive someone. I think this is probably the main message for you. And I know this might bring up a lot of feelings for you, but Spirit, because you see, when we move to the other plane, our soul is able to see the truth, and we need to look at what we've done in our lives. And often, and it's common for Spirit to come back to try and help us grow spiritually and to understand things from a higher perspective. It's like a parent trying to help a child seeing the right things and help the child grow. In this case, we are the children, and the Spirit is trying to come back and show us the way to make us feel better. Although at this point in time might not be the case yet for you. You understand? She's trying to get you to understand that, yeah.
Yes, I think it's biological relatives you were
okay.
speaking, but the message to forgive is for my stepmother.
For your stepmother,
She
yes.
still doesn't know that I know everything. She still doesn't know.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. I'm okay with it.
Yes, of course. God bless you. Yeah, so, like the thing is that the Spirit is saying, she just doesn't know any better. And she's never been a well-traveled person. She's someone that hasn't seen a lot in life. And what she's done, she's tried to put put some sort of cotton wool around you to try to protect you almost too much, to the point where she's been hiding things from you. But she's never meant to harm you in that sense.
Yes, but I think it would be better if you tell me, because
Of course.
I would be different person. I would.
Would you have known? Yeah.
Yes,
you would have known
my
that.
character, because I had this trauma, but I didn't
Yes.
realize where it comes from. I always had this
feeling.
yeah.
Yes. So I feel what Spirit is saying to you, that you might want to look into developing spiritually yourself, because you are very sensitive to Spirit, I'm told. Yes?
Yes. I like it, yes.
Yes. So maybe you should consider that as part of your evolution and part of your spiritual development going forward. So it's not coincidence you're here today, because you needed to hear this. Okay?
Yes, my biological grandmother was also good with spirits.
There you go. Yes, it's in the genes often, and most of the times it really is. So I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for working with me, and thank you everyone for having come. Sorry, I just have Helen still commenting, for having joined us today. And again, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you very much for that, Daniela. Thank you. Right, now, a few things going on here. Next Sunday, our service medium will be Mary Ward, and there's the healing on Tuesday 7 till 8:15, Thursday 10 a.m. till 12 noon. Anyone's welcome. Bring animals if you have them, because we do have animal healing here. It's a free will donation for it, so please come along if you so need. Friendship Club is this Wednesday, 11:30 till 2 in the church, and on Zoom 11:30 to 12:30. You can find further information on our Facebook page. And no open platform this month and April, and then we'll notify you when it's recommencing. Thank you very much indeed. And now I'll ask Daniela if she can close the service in prayer.
Dear Father, Mother, and Holy Spirit, we thank you today for our beloved one in spirit, for having stepped forward and having delivered their loving messages and try and help and bring us hope, love, and healing. I wish all of the families a wonderful Sunday, a joyful, a peaceful one, and may blessings cover us in love. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Happy Sunday, everyone.
Thank you very much, Daniela. Thank you. Well, thank you all for being with us today here in the church and online. Have a lovely Sunday for you all, mothers and otherwise. And we'll meet with you again next week. Goodbye.